I've done it with this software one other time.
Oh.
All right, I think we're live. There we go.
Nice.
We are so lucky today. We're going to be talking to the fabulous Rich Vieira, and you'll see how fabulous he is in a moment. People who are new, we are doing these interviews probably every couple weeks now with agents who run through our program that help them become a little more efficient and streamlined. You can have a 30-minute chat with us. I'll put the link below and see if it's a good fit to be in the program. But it really is, about getting set up with specific software so that your everything is streamlined. And Rich has, I know, a fabulous story that is fairly recent, and to start communicating with your past clients and future clients. So Rich is in Ontario, and I loved working with you. I really did, because you'll be able to tell everyone you have such great energy, and you weren't afraid of.
Well, I was afraid, and thank you for saying that. But I was afraid. Oh man, was I ever?
Okay, maybe I should say that different. You were afraid, but you did it anyhow.
I did. Yes, I did. But it needed to be done, Darcy, because I've been in the business for a long time.
Yeah.
And I've kind of fumbled around here and there, and really I'm so focused on my own stuff that the back end isn't really my gig. And I've hired assistants and lost assistants. The thing that I've come to find with assistants is if you're not doing it with them, or you're not there right with them, when they leave or something happens, you're on your own. Like you're SOL. And I was SOL.
Yeah. And part of the thing, I guess, is you have to at least understand how things work, so that when the assistant takes over and then they do go, I mean, life happens, right? People get sick or they leave or whatever. They want to become a real estate agent.
I've had two that got pregnant. So I got rid of that chair. That chair is freaking out of here.
Exactly, right? I mean, stuff happens. And so for people who are listening, what Rich is talking about is I have a Agent Tech Mastery is my program, and it's a 7-week program that we run agents through. A lot of it's online. There's one-on-one help. There's group help every Friday. And Rich, you graduated 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. But I have to tell you, I miss those Fridays like you wouldn't believe. Because those Fridays, you learn so much. Not, you bring your own questions, but people have the same sort of issues and other issues that I'm also dealing with, or that were ahead of me. That, I kind of knew what was coming on the horizon. I didn't, but I kind of did.
It is true, because so people, what happens in the group is we don't like have a set start date and end date. Everybody's in different. You might be in week 1, you might be in week 7, but every Friday we always meet and we have these group help, group chat, and discuss whatever we need to discuss about, whatever people want to know about. So it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it was very cool.
I know you've been around for a long time.
33 years. This is my 33rd year in real estate. And thank you. Wow. And really, I was sitting in on one of your presentations about getting organized. And, I just lost my assistant and felt, I was scattered. I didn't know where everything was. I had some stuff in my old top producer. I had stuff, here. I had stuff there. My MLS has stuff. There's stuff under the desk, stuff under my bed at home. And, you get busy in this job, and before you know it, 10 years has gone by, and you've forgotten to kind of follow up with some people. And of course, that's what CRM is for.
Yeah.
You got to use it. You got to use it. And there came a point where I was almost afraid of getting into it,
Yes.
And the other thing for me is, over time, you change pens, you change phones, you change laptops, you change all these things. And, stuff doesn't talk to each other. I've got some stuff on an old phone. I've got some stuff on an iPad that, is crashing. I've got some stuff on the Surface Pro. And when someone would call or I needed information, I live about 6 minutes from my office, but I would still have to jump in the car, race to the office, get it, come back, then do whatever, or do it from the office. And sometimes I'm doing this at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Yes. Oh my God.
Because I couldn't access it anywhere else.
Yeah. No, now you can.
Now I can.
Yeah.
Now,
you know what? Listen to Rich. I know he's really close to his office, but even now with COVID, you probably don't want to be, if you don't have to, go to the office. But some agents are like an hour away from their office, and they're literally driving back to get that file that they could access here or on their computer or anywhere else, right?
You know, Darcy, how many times I said that when I'm driving to the office? Oh, if I was only, if I don't put it here or there, you know, not being access. Oh, it drove me insane.
Yeah.
So, you know, after listening to you speak about it, I thought, you know, I really need to I need help. I need help. And here, it's not, I'm embarrassed to ask for help, but I don't really know who know. Everybody says they know, but they don't all know. Rich, you know, I can help you with that. And, you know, I can help you with that. And you think, oh, okay, can you? Yeah. And then we start, and then, oh, my kids are calling. I got to go. Wait, no, he can't go now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So for me, when we started working, you know, a couple of things you told me, I was a little bit scared for sure at first.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of technology. I'm not super afraid of it, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid to push things that I don't know. I'm afraid to touch a button that might not be, I shouldn't have touched that one. Who knows? You don't know, like, how do you know? Right?
Yeah, it's true. Now, you told us a story, and so in the program, what we do is you have to fix the technical side first, you guys who's watching. So we have to fix everything. So when we get to using a CRM, that it works properly. So you update your contact in a CRM, it updates your phone and everywhere else. And in week 5 of our program, and what was really interesting about you, Rich, I found is that you were keeping in touch, but you were keeping in touch by a monthly kind of generic newsletter.
Right. Yeah.
So nothing personal. It was about real estate, I believe, too.
You know, if I bumped into them because I service a farm area where I see lots of them, if I bumped into them, great. But calling them back or sending them a message, no. I call them calendars. You know, this newsletter went out like 10, 11 times, right? And then the calendar kind of covers off the year, and you hope that that's enough. I don't want to intrude on somebody. You don't want to bug them. At the same time, you need to stay in touch with them because everyone on your own list is on someone else's list. And if you're not staying in touch,
high five.
they're already over them, right? They're all over them.
Yeah.
Oh, Rich Vieira, is he still in the business?
That's right. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Exactly. So I know you had some problems in week 5 about hitting that send button, but I would love for you to tell people, because it's so important that people understand the power of a CRM and how much money you might be making just from that one email.
Well, you know, Darcy, that's the thing here. And really, you know, I had my apprehension about the course, and of course I'm apprehensive, and going through it, you know, I think the turning point for me was probably our 4-hour meeting.
Yeah.
You know, once you started doing stuff, and I thought, oh my God, like I would never have known how to do that. Or, you know, people you talk, come on, we would never have spent 4 hours doing this. And it took all 4 hours. I mean, we had a few laughs and a little chat and stuff in there.
Yeah.
It took all 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then after you got me all set up and we started with the CRM and working, and then doing this email blast was probably one of the scariest things I think I've taken on.
Yeah.
And I feel, you know, one of the things that you kept telling me was test. Always test it. Before you press that button, make sure you test it. Test it. So, you know, I got everybody in line. I got all this stuff. And I put together like 175 of my best clients. And I put them all on there. And I hit the test button one time. And I thought, oh my gosh, like it's gone to the wrong, you know. Anyway, so I corrected that. And then I hit the button again. And then there were a couple other things. Oh, wow. And luckily you showed us how to correct those and change the salutations. And, you know, because of the way you set up my email signature,
Yes.
I put an extra little thing in there and then had a double signature.
And you caught that before it went out.
Yeah. Oh, if I didn't push that test button, oh, it would have been all over. And even a couple of cases where I've dealt with the wife and not really the husband, had the wife's email address and put her as a, as a secondary spouse instead of putting her as the dominant person. It came out, oh, hi, Carmen and Kathy, when I didn't have Carmen's email address. I only had Kathy's.
Yeah.
So, thank you for telling me to test because finally by the third, I think it was a third or fourth time, I finally was just so fed up with it. And I just thought, whatever. I just ran out of here. And you said it, and you told me it takes 2 hours. It'll go out in 2 hours in case you have to change something or change your mind or whatever. Anyway, I got busy. I pushed the button and I never thought about it again.
Yeah.
And I think about, I feel like within 3 hours of me pushing the button, the first couple emails are coming. Hey, nice to hear from you. Thanks for your message. And Darcy, I read those letters on the CRM, and it wasn't until you changed the one, and I forget in which week it was, but you said, "Oh, I've added some more letters."
Some extra ones,
And I went back and read the one that was during. That's the letter right there. That's the one for me.
It resonated with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I put that one in there, and man, people, oh, Rich, thanks for reaching out. We're doing fine during COVID. Nice to hear from you. And I thought, whoa. And that was like 3 or 4 people. And of course, they're the 3 or 4 that I, are closest to. But then, it just got more and more and more. And, before I knew it, I had like 50 people and everybody emailing back. And, I had one client, hey, Rich, my kids, they were downtown, and now we got a condo because they're not downtown anymore. Can you come and maybe give us some information and maybe sell our condo? And then I had another guy, hey, look, we got 2 condos that we need to lease out. And this is unbelievable. I think of the 175, it was mind blowing. Of the 175 people, I think I counted almost 130 emails. And, this thing with me and emails in my inbox, I'm trying to get my down to 0. Thanks to you, it's not going to get down to 0. I was already back to 300 and something and screaming.
But good ones.
Yeah, it was so great to see and hear from these people. And the funniest one I thought was all of these people thought that this was a specific email to them.
Yes.
Thank you, Rich. We don't need those services, but thank you for reaching out. It's so great to hear from you. And, even I sold a home to this girl a little while ago, and I know that she didn't need any of these services because she built the home, basically. I just sold her the land, and then they rebuilt the whole home. So she had a plumber, electrician, and all that. And she said, hey, listen, thanks for reaching out, but I have all those services, as you know, and don't really need them. But I hope you're well during COVID. And I thought, nobody realized that this was a bulk email.
No, and that's the thing. Yep. And I think that's what I think a lot of agents, when they are hesitant to spend the time. Now, that was an email blast that we did. And so we did a kind of a richized his email. But it went out, the same email went out to everybody saying, hey, Joe, hey, Jenny, hey, whatever, with the same info. And because it's different than doing a newsletter, it was to them specifically. You could have done 180 same emails, but why? Right? How long was that?
Why? Who has that kind of time? Right?
Yeah.
Who has that time?
Exactly. And so listen, you guys, if you don't know that this stuff works, you're going to possibly get, I think I just counted 4 deals out of that. And that's, I don't know, that's a lot of money, but it's the money, but you get to help these people again, because you're back in the relationship with them.
Yeah. Maria Couto, I had her email one place, her phone number another place. She's on my phone with no phone number and no email. So once we got everything together, she called, hey, I'm looking for a place for my daughter.
And you saw her name.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's so simple. But I have to tell you, the best of all was test. before you send, test it. Because you could have been so embarrassed. Hi,
right.
Carly. Oh, it's Kathy.
Right. Yeah, right. And I'm sure that everybody who runs through my program, they're always listening. They always hear me because I say a lot of move, don't copy, test.
Yeah. Test. And just getting everything, I feel, can't even tell you, like a tremendous weight lifted off of me, having all these things organized, so I don't have to run back to the office to get Maria's number or to get her file or what. Just I can access everything from my phone. I can send emails from my phone. Even I loved the other day when I had a problem and you picked off, oh, how come your email signature isn't there? You better come back for this Friday.
It was funny because Rich sent me an email and like we just fixed all this stuff. I don't know, the couple weeks before, and he sent me an email. I'm like, where's your email the signature that we did? It's gone. But it was that damn BlackBerry mucked you up.
Yes.
You fixed that.
The BlackBerry hub. The BlackBerry. Thank you. And we got it all sorted out. And now I know which ones to send it from and how to send it.
Right.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah.
And that's the other thing I think with agents is that my goal is that, I love everyone meeting and we still do monthly meetings, but that after 7 weeks, you don't really need my help because you've learned enough to figure kind of a lot of the stuff out.
Not true. You learn a lot, and I'm certainly thankful and very comfortable. Like I'm super comfortable, but learning, there's still lots more. I think your courses you mentioned, you could probably run it the whole year and still not, cover everything. Like I feel like I've got my feet on the ground and I'm working through a lot of this stuff, but there's still so much more. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, and like I do always joke about that I could have this course a year long, but 7 weeks is what most people can handle, I think.
Yeah, but, and you're absolutely right, because by that 6th week, once we get down to the drips,
nitty-gritty,
especially after trying to organize all your clients and getting everything, and you've done a tremendous amount of work, with that 4-hour meeting, but there's still a tremendous amount of work afterwards.
Yeah, because you have to clean up.
You have to clean up. And coming down from 2,000 clients. Okay, you're not interacting with these guys. You haven't heard from them. They're not, they don't want to come, get rid of them. So once you clear all that dead wood out and you see the people that you've got left, it's cleansing. It is cleansing.
It feels so good. And it's interesting because I just was working with another agent yesterday and getting all their stuff together, the 4-hour meeting. And when we did that, her main contacts, I think they were like 1,000 something. By the time we pulled all the contacts from old CRMs and send out cards and some other service she was using, and we had 4,000 contacts. And she's like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, okay, but before they were all over the place. Who knew where everybody was, right? Now we have them in one main place that you can see. These are the send out cards people. This is the old CRM. This is this. And so, there's some work to be done. We can merge all the information, but now you have to kind of, sift through the people you want to keep in touch with and clean up the contact database.
Yeah.
But
I can't tell you enough. It's freeing, is it? I love the fact that, we had Christmas to do stuff because I got a lot of stuff caught up over Christmas. And, this COVID, as bad as it is, has also been a bit of a godsend because, I've got time at home to be able to clean this stuff up in between trying to work as well.
Yeah.
I can't express my gratitude or how freeing this is because I feel 33 years, I got one probably good 10-year shot to go. And at least I'm poised for the 10, the final sprint, right? I'm not like lost in the woods. I don't know what to do.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. You're like,
It's amazing. And I feel like I've got a good grasp on my business again.
Right. Yeah. That's the goal. I mean, we can't know everything because stuff changes all the time, but that's the goal, is to have a grasp on how it works and understand the flow and understand the power of those CRM emails and drip campaigns, because it changes your life.
Yeah, that's a life changer, but also being able to access all of your files and the way that you showed me to set up those files.
Right.
from my phone or from my computer or from my office computer. When the other day I forgot my phone. Because I'm so close, I was in a hurry to get to the office, raced to the office to do this, and I needed to get something. But you know what?
It's everywhere.
Well, it was right there.
That's right, because you're set up so everything. And Rich is talking about cloud storage files. So,
yes.
you know, and we see agents, a lot of agents prior to me helping them, and they've got stuff sitting all by itself on the local hard drive of their computer. So if that computer crashes, all the files are gone. Or they might have it only on their iPhone or iPad or Android, and they can't access it elsewhere. And it's freeing when you know I'm going to save stuff to my cloud storage, and because it's set up properly, my phone, my tablet, my work PC, my home PC, you could come to my house, log on to my computer, and your stuff is there.
Oh, I did that the other day. Somebody logged onto their computer. Come on, Rich, you're so organized. Yes, I am.
So, yeah, you take that. That's right. You say, yes, I am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Darcy. Thank you, Darcy. So organized.
You did the work. You did the work. Like, you did the work. I helped. But, I mean, really, like, it was a pleasure to work with you for sure. Like, you're so fun. I can't wait for the monthly meetings. I guess the next one's not till.
Yeah, those Friday ones, I missed that more than anything, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Always so many great questions. And, you know, some of the people that have come through when I was doing it, there were some very knowledgeable people on there.
I know.
I'm not an iPad or an iPod or an Apple guy at all, but some of your Apple people have kind of shown me, because I have an iPad, I just don't really use it a lot and it's crashing. But some of the things that I've learned from those guys, you know, it almost makes me think about getting another iPad, and I may, but you know, the thing that I love the most is now I can integrate it into the system without any issues. That's
right. And it doesn't, you know, what's interesting what you say about that is, because I'm sure people are going, oh, should I go get a Mac or Android or whatever? The thing is, it doesn't matter when the systems are set up properly, you can use what you want to use. You can use an Android, a Microsoft tablet, a Windows Mac. It does not matter, because your systems are set up properly.
Yeah. Like, I'm a misfit guy. And the thing I don't like about Apple is they like to have all of your stuff. So you're all enclosed, you know, whereas I have a Surface Pro, I have an Android phone, I have, you know, a regular desktop at the office. I have an iPad. I have stuff like different things. So it's nice when everything syncs and everything speaks to each other. And that was something that I never had before and struggled with. So the course alone was worth its weight in gold there.
Oh, thanks, Rich. And it's interesting, because I know how to do it, because I've been doing this for almost as many years as you've been a realtor, right? Not quite as many. I think mine is almost 30 years, 28 years. I've been looking at how.
What? You started when you were 12?
I was going to say, yeah. Okay, so I'm not paying them, you guys. Same to you. I think you started when you were 2. but there's no way everybody can know how to do this, because that's all I've done really for 28 years is understood how email flows and integrates with devices and cloud storage when it comes out. Like, there's no way. And I still learn stuff.
It shows, you know, the way that you solve most of those problems. And, you know, I also love the main instruction. If you don't know how to do it, you know, just Google it. And then if that doesn't work, unplug it.
That's right. Reboot, reinstall the software. There's always
I got more than my money's worth, I think, out of the course, and I'm certainly looking forward to the monthly meetings and whatever. But we got so much to go. You know, the drip is probably the biggest undertaking I think I've taken in my. Yeah, it's a real big deal, and I love it. And you know, again, thanks for letting me come in on Friday to answer a couple of questions. But
you're welcome.
You know, some of these are overwhelming if you don't have your help. Like, I would never have been able to get where I am right now without your assistance. And like I said, I feel freeing, and it's time saving. Like, you know, the other day we have this toll highway. We have this toll highway called the 407. And we also have the 401. And from my house, if I jump on this 401 to go to, I'm just going to give you an example, Ajax, it's 50 kilometers away. If I were to jump on the regular highway, That's a 2.5 hour drive.
Oh.
But I jump on this 407 and it's 30 minutes. The problem is the bill for that ride there and back is $68.
No way. There's a toll for that.
Oh, yeah.
2 hours. Yes.
But you're saving 2.5 hours, you know, and as I'm aging, time becomes very valuable to me. So it's the same with this.
Yeah.
You know, like I was floundering with all of this stuff, but now I have one device that, you know, or all my devices are talking. I can get onto anything, and I can go to somebody's house and just jump on. I need to check this. Bang, there it is right there.
Yeah.
This was freeing. This is one of the best things I've taken, really. Honestly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I've talked to so many agents, and it's an investment in themselves, and I don't know if they don't understand what they get out of it or to invest in themselves. Like I get people get sales coaches, and because I'm the only person in the world that I know that does this, to be quite frank, you know, because we've got Buffini and Richard Robbins and Tom Ferry, who are kind of sales coaches, and they're great.
I've had all of those guys and more.
Yeah.
Richard Robbins, you know, John Canary, John Asser. I've had over my career, I've had a lot of different coaches and great coaches, which has been great because you need that for direction and to help you overcome things. Yeah. And having a tech coach or an agent tech mastery coach.
Thank you.
Fills in with the rest of them. Yeah,
I agree because I also do get coaching as well because you can't know everything about everything. Right? You got to go to the experts.
Yeah. Sometimes you fall into a bit of a funk, you know, and you need somebody to kind of, hey, how about you do it this way? Or why don't you try this instead? And then you think, oh, yeah, why didn't we do that before?
Right. Because you hadn't thought of it. That happens a lot. Right. To me, I was with, we had the Q&A this morning, and the gal I was working with, she says, I can't even remember, just off topic because, you know, we get off topic on these things. And she said, hey, does Google do an intercom system? And I'm like, I'd never thought about that. I don't know. So after I went and tried it, I'm like, it does. I didn't even know that. Like, so when I use Google and Alexa, and there's Google Home, and Google Home, you can literally broadcast all your devices throughout the house. I'm like, oh, I'll mess with Terry, which I did.
Nice. Very nice.
Well, look at this. I didn't even go through my list at all. Oh. So that's good. You're all good because you answered a ton of questions, and I figured I wouldn't have any problems getting you to talk because you're such a great energy, Rich. I totally miss you. We got to figure out how to do more of these meetings. Yeah. So my last question has nothing to do with business. It's what's your favorite food?
Wow, my favorite food. Well, that's a tough one because. You know, my mom is 86, still lives alone, drives. I went over to shovel her driveway today because if I don't get there before she wakes up, she's out there.
No.
Yeah, I have to tell her, if I catch you outside, there's going to be trouble. So I have to race over there. So honestly, my favorite home cooked meal would be my mom's shepherd's pie. But I love steak and lobster. So, you know, I'm kind of torn between the two. But if you know, like next week is my birthday, I'm going to my mom's shepherd's pie.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's
she's
awesome.
She's an absolute beauty. So I love that. But you know, Darcy, I'm going to tell you, I don't know who is going to hear this, and to me, it really doesn't matter. I know what I've gotten out of this.
Yeah.
And you know, at first, there's always the apprehension and you know, being scared. But you know, I like I said, you know, you spoke so well, and it just resonated with me that my stuff wasn't connecting at all, and I felt like I was floundering. And even though I was apprehensive because I'm fearful of technology, you made the whole thing very easy. That 4-hour meeting alone,
it was worth it. That's what everyone says. Yeah.
And then after that, it was clear sailing. And I mean, even with the last little bit here. I'm going to get this done for sure. This drip, you know, it's just figuring out after, you know, some people have passed the drip stage. I have to kind of restart them again, you know.
I know.
And a couple of them, I've spoken to 3 people that have been in the original house that I've sold them like 30 years ago. And I told them, listen, if I had to rely on you for my business, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
And they said, you know what, Rich, you did such a great job in the first place. We've never had to move again. So you kind of,
so you're going to have to milk them for their friends and family because they must.
That's what the drip helps with, right?
Yeah.
The drip absolutely helps with that. So
yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm thankful for the course. I'm certainly thankful for you. You know, Darcy, you're going to be one of these people that I'm going to rely on for the rest of my career anyway. And certainly if somebody asks me, I have no hesitation in telling them about your course or you, because, you know, I had a lot of fun in here and it was great. I know it's not over, but you know, it certainly was an amazing 7 weeks, and I appreciate your efforts there.
Okay, I'll pay you later.
Not necessary. I do have a couple of tech things that I might need.
Perfect. Maybe for your birthday, we'll let you in on Friday.
Yeah, nice.
I will.
Anytime you're inviting me, I'm happy to come.
I'm inviting you next Friday. Just let me know, because that was very, very nice. But
that's awesome.
You know, honestly, thank you, Rich. I know your time is valuable. I always let people know that. You know, thanks for tuning in. This gets live on a few things, and so we usually get people asking questions. I see some people now just saying, Terry's saying, hey, Rich, how you doing?
Hey, Terry.
But, you know, if you want to be like Rich and be set up, it's agenttechmastery.com/apply. I'll put the link below or above, depending on where you're watching this. And we just get clear on what causes you pain, right? How you might be missing out on potential business. And proper system setup is life-changing, right?
Life-changing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Darcy, thank you for this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for this. I really appreciate you letting people know how it's helped you in your business and your life. So happy birthday next week. And hopefully we'll see you on Friday then.
Thank you, Darcy.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Bye, Rich. See ya.